Hey guys, Shy Cubs fan 14 or John here, bringing you a controller review between the Razer Sabretooth and the Catz Pro Circuit controllers. The Razer Sabretooth being on the left and the Catz being on the right. I purchased these several weeks ago, thought that I would test them out. I've gotten a chance to play with them, and I thought I'd do a quick review on them. So the price point for the Sabretooth on the left is $79, the way that it is. Price point for the Catz Pro Logic controller, Pro Circuit controller, is $129 the way I bought it. You can also get a model for $99. They're both very well made controllers. They both are good controllers. They both have their pros and their cons, and you would buy them specifically, I think, because you're looking for something for them to do. The Sabretooth on the left is going to be where you can program buttons and map things out and make it more customized. The controller on the right is going to be bought for the ease of changing pieces out. So if you look at the one on the right here, the thumbsticks can be changed out. All you have to do is remove the faceplate. It's held in place with a magnet. It's really easy to remove. You can buy different colors to accessorize it, blue, yellow. And the thumbsticks are the big things here because you can remove these, simple turn to the left, low quarter turn, and pull them right out. And you can set these up however you'd like to set them up. You can do a PS controller, you can do an Xbox controller, you can get a raised D-pad, you can get a lower D-pad. You can see that I have concave and convex thumbsticks here. It's very easy to take them in and out. But that's about all this controller really does for you. It has a very nice braided cable. The face plates, like I said, take off, so the shoulders come off. So you can do a solid color. You can do them in matte finish or in a shiny finish. You can do all the different colors, so you can customize it however you'd like the shell to be. They go on and off very easy with the magnet. And what's really nice is these are self-controlled or self-contained thumbsticks. The analog thumbsticks, you can have convex, concave. You can set them up however you want, and it's super easy. You just line up the, to put them in. The other nice feature is you can take the thumbsticks off if you want to try different thumbsticks. All you have to do is unscrew them, and you can buy them as an accessory, which is what I did for that extra $29.99. I got a couple extra face plates and I got a couple extra D-pads, but they go right on. You slide them right into the holes, put the face plate on, and voila, you have what you want, and it's set up pretty nice. But that's all it does. It just gives you the option to customize it. Once again, it has a nice 9-foot braided cable on it. It's very heavy duty. The controller is very heavy. The start and back buttons are a little out of place. It takes you a little while to get used to them, but overall it's a very nice controller. I really liked it. I like the ability for you to set up the model how you like it. So face plates, buttons, however you want to do it. The triggers are going to be regular triggers, just like a regular Xbox. The XY, AB buttons are the same too. There's no mapping. There's no rapid fire triggers on this. This is a MLG approved controller that just gives you the ability to set it up how you like it. It's got good balance, good feel. It's a heavy controller. I have the rumblers off on it, but it's still a very heavy controller, and it feels like an Xbox controller. The thumbsticks are very tight. They work very well. Once again, you just slide these in and out and set them up however you like them, and that is the main selling point of the controller, is that you can customize the analog sticks however you would like, and you can customize the D-pad. So all you have to do is line up the little silver mark, put it in, and give it a quarter turn to the right. Boom, it's in. It's got a very nice feel to it. It works exceptionally well. It's a well-made piece of equipment, and it's worth the money. It's got a nice feel to it. On the left is the Sabretooth that I'm touching right now. It's got a rubbery feel to it. It's not nearly as heavy as the Catz. When you turn over the Sabretooth, the main selling point are the mappable buttons. So they have 6 mappable buttons that you can program so that you never have to take your thumbs off the sticks or your fingers off the triggers, so that you can continue gaming. So you can map your knifing, you can map your jumping, you can map your crouching. These triggers work fairly well. They sit in a good spot where your hands are at, where your fingers are. They wrap around the controller naturally, and they work quite well. So you have 4 in the back, and then you have 2 up here in the front. They're located in a good position. They're not in the way of your right or left button. They're not in the way of your triggers, so they sit nicely. They have that threaded cable where you are going to make it a wire controller. It has a good feel to it, but once again, it's light. It's not nearly as heavy as the Mad Catz. It's got a smaller feel, so if you have big hands, this might not be the controller for you. The analog sticks are not nearly as nice as the Mad Catz. Razer, kind of did that experiment with the Anza, and the sticks are what they are. That's not what this controller is built for. The D-pad is very nice. It sits in your hands okay. The triggers are okay. The only thing about this controller is that it has mappable buttons. The triggers work the same. There's no rapid fire in here. There's no way to customize it unless you're going to get a control freak. It does have a nice feel to it. It's a little rubbery. It's rather sticky, but the Mad Catz with the shiny sheen on it sometimes can get a little slippery. Once again, weight for me was a big thing. I really thought that the Mad Catz was much heavier than the Razer, and I enjoyed that a lot more. Cable on the Razer Sabretooth is not nearly as nice. It's a 9-foot cable, but it's not nearly as heavy. The gauge of the wire is not nearly as heavy as what you get on the Mad Catz. So when I'm comparing these side by side, it comes down to personal preference. If I want to keep my fingers on the buttons and I want to shoot better, then I'm probably going to look at the Razer. But for overall playability and overall feel, I really enjoyed the Mad Catz Pro Circuit. It's MLG approved. I don't know how much that matters, but it has a nice weight to it. I like the way that you can set up the customization of the face plates and also the analog thumbsticks. And I really think that the D-pads on both of them are pretty well set up, but I think that on the Razer, they're not quite as good as what they are on the Mad Catz. Once again, I don't have the biggest of hands, and you can see it looks kind of small the way it is. So final analysis, $20 difference on a $99.79. I'd probably buy the Mad Catz and spend my money that way. But if you want an entry-level controller that you can modify and customize a little bit, then the Razer Sabretooth would be the way to go. I don't think that you can go wrong with either one of these. Bottom line, personal preference, I'm going to take the one on the right. I'm going to take the Mad Catz MLG and play with it most of the time.